Gator Framework Studio in Music City. It's the Dining at Disney podcast.
Another thing about good food, it brings folks together, all walks of life.
You'll discover all the best restaurants and food as you hungrily explore the Disney parks.
Let's do this thing!
The Dining at Disney podcast.
Welcome to the Dining at Disney podcast. I'm Kristen, Disney Park enthusiast, foodie, travel expert, and enjoying some delicious chocolate.
Ooh. And I'm Aljon. I am a lifelong Disney, Marvel, Star Wars fan of the theme parks, fan of pop culture, and also podcaster. Hello.
And I'm Kat, experiential producer, film historian, getting ready to take on the wings of death. If you haven't already, please make sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. We've got some news. We've got some events. We have a lot going on. And something that's a little unusual for us, some non-Disney news.
What?
I know.
How you guys doing?
We're good. Had to I accidentally hit flip video for the recording. So if all of a sudden you're watching the video podcast and you see us flip, that's the reason why. Oops.
Oh.
I was like, wait, everything's backwards on this. It's crazy. But anyway, we're good. We're fine. Everything's fine here. Everything's fine.
Nothing to worry about. How are you?
Yes.
I'm trying to wake up my foot.
What is going on over here?
I don't know. I keep having problems with like numbness in my feet and my legs going to sleep. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm like you. My back has been killing me lately. I've been trying to use my standing desk at work more and walk around the office because I don't know. I think I've just been nose to the grindstone hardcore and my back is killing me. So sitting here in the podcast position doesn't help. I'm just squirming.
You know what? I can, for the first time in a long time, I can say my back, not my neck, my back actually doesn't hurt. Like since I got that injection done, it took about 2 weeks. And now I'm like not having pain in my lower back, which is nice because it was always a problem when I was sitting. But it hurt and I was uncomfortable. And now I don't have that problem.
That's good. I'm cool with that. That's good. How about you, Kat? How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I am just getting through it. Getting through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. We're here for you.
Thanks.
Just in case you didn't know, we got to have each other's back. Here.
Definitely.
Well, I tell you what you came here for, other than us talking about movies like last week's episode. We do talk about food on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to give us a preview as to what we're going to be talking about, Kat?
She already did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Where was I? Where was I?
I don't know.
I don't know. Asleep at the wheel.
I'm going to make sure to edit that section out. Then.
We're cut this part out. I feel like
that I won't. But anyway,
jump right into the news.
Let's do that.
Okay, I'll take this story. So
Okay.
this has to do with Run Disney. And this is something I have wanted to do for the longest time. I have wanted to do the Wine and Dine half marathon. And I can't believe this year it is 15 years of this particular half marathon.
Where has the time gone?
I don't know. But this year, just like every other year, has the coolest medals. And if you've never done a Run Disney or even the virtual Run Disneys, these medals are awesome. Like really awesome.
I love the Run Disney medals. They are the best. You can
see one right there.
Yeah, we've got our Black Panther Run Disney medals for the D23 Expo from a few years back.
And then you've got your Star Wars one.
And we have a Star Wars one. Yes, we did the virtual ones because we can't always attend in person. So
the Black Panther one, we actually did all the miles at the D23 Expo.
This is true.
Yeah.
Well, we walked everywhere, and we also walked to our resort. So
Yeah.
um,
So we did a lot of walking.
we did a lot of walking, but it was worth it. That medal's dope.
Okay. So this year's medals are just as cool as they always are. So if you're doing the Disney Wine and Dine, the character on it, I will give you a hint. He says, bork, 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 bork. Yes, that would be from the Muppets, the Swedish Chef.
Yay.
He is on the 5K medal this year.
Awesome.
If you are doing the 10K, my hint is she has a new ride. It is Tiana,
Nice.
which is very cool. And if you do the half marathon, is one of my favorite characters. It is Chef Rummy.
Love it.
And then they have what's called the Disney 2-Course Challenge. So this one is, it's got Chef Mickey and Chef Minnie. It's hosted by them. You have to complete both the Wine and Dine 10K and the Wine and Dine Half Marathon to earn this special medal. And it actually is a spinning challenge medal. And all these are sold out. So you can't sign up to do any of the runs. However, the after party is not sold out. So if you want to show off those medals that you just earned, you can attend the post race party. There are still tickets for runners to get that.
You really need to go to the Run Disney website and register yourself because they sell out quickly.
Yes.
They sell
And if you are doing this, the hashtag Disney is using for this event is Wine Dine Half.
awesome.
Yes. I am determined to do this one day.
One day, hon. We'll get
Maybe
there.
next year.
Those medals are awesome. Love those medals.
I mean, it's right around my birthday.
This is true.
We can get somebody to watch the kids for a few days. It gives me a reason to get in shape.
We can have Uncle Harper John and Park Hopper Sid help me, and
There you
then you
go.
can run the marathon, and then
Sid would run it with me.
Oh yes. Oh well, then maybe Park Hopper John will help me watch the kids. That would be
The
great.
boys can sit and the girls can run.
Well, yeah, you guys run. We won't sit. We're just gonna go with the kids and go ride whatever they want. How about that?
That's sitting still.
Okay, we'll sit that if that qualifies.
You're going to be the sitters, right?
I mean, sit. Well, sit. Yeah, I thought you were being literal. Like we'll actually literally sit down. Didn't mean yes. Of course, we'll be babysitters. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know where my brain's at, gang. Tonight, I think it's just too late.
You're just not catching my wavelength
You
tonight.
know what it is the fact that the kids wake me up. It's so early in the morning. I've lost my mind by now. Just say yes, Kat.
Yes. Mhm.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that vote of confidence.
You got it. Anything for you.
Okay, Aljon.
So now we have here the
Lagua Franca winemaker dinner.
yes. So we have this great event at Wine Bar George. You know Wine Bar George over there at Disney Springs. It's one of our favorite places of all at the Walt Disney World Resort. And this particular event is an unforgettable evening at the winemaker's dinner featuring Larry Stone, master sommelier and winemaker behind Lingua Franca Wines. Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Lingua Franca Wines. Delight in an extraordinary 5-course feast crafted by executive chef Will Davidson. Each course thoughtfully prepared with Lingua Franca's exceptional wines. The highlight of the night will be a duck duet, 2 unique preparations of duck that harmonize beautifully with the refined flavors of Stone Pinot Noirs. So you can join them for an awesome, extraordinary experience that promises to be both memorable and delectable. Now, if you don't know, Lingua Franca vineyards are nestled in the heart of the Aloha Amity Hills within the Willamette Valley, featuring Pinot Noirs and Chardonnays that capture the essence of Oregon's unique terroir. So, they're their uniqueness, if you will, their territory. So
Their terrain.
the terrain. I don't know why is that a mistype? Is that a typo? Surely not.
It probably has
That's
something to do with wines.
French. Wines in French. Yes.
Yeah.
Why not? So come and explore what the region has to offer. This event takes place September 24th of this year, being 2024, as you listen to this, at 7 p.m. Of course, for more details and tickets, you can buy them now at winebargeorge.com/events. So this winemaker's dinner is certainly pretty awesome. So if you were to buy tickets for this event, once again, September 24th at 7 through 10 p.m., there is refunds up to 7 days before the event.
It is at $215.
There you go.
person.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I was just going to get there.
Yes.
All right. Any thoughts about this event?
I am all about any event that includes food and wine at Wine Bar George. I mean, you know it's going to be amazing. There's no way that George Melotes is not going to have something that is exceptional take place at his restaurant.
Awesome.
You know?
Yes. They are exceptional, I will say. One of our favorite places. Now, are you a fan of Pinot Noir?
Not particularly.
What wine is your poison?
I mean, it has to be as close to juice as possible without actually being juice.
Uh-huh.
I have the palate of a 3-year-old.
I was gonna say you probably are down with a good Riesling, maybe, or
I tend,
Moscato. maybe.
Moscato.
yeah, I do tend to drink things with bubbles in them more often than not.
Got you.
But and honestly, I have a problem with red wine because I don't like to drink things that are room temperature. I'm such a prima donna. I can't believe I just said that out loud.
No. Oh, you know what?
But you know what?
Something's
You
wrong
take
with
your
me.
red wine. You take your red wine. You put it in the refrigerator for 20 minutes before you drink it,
Yeah.
and then chills it down a little bit.
Yes.
I do love a Rosa Regale. That's like when I
Yeah.
drink wine, if I'm going to drink wine, it's probably that.
See, I've got an issue with a lot of tannins in wines because I get allergic really quickly to them.
Yeah.
It's
The
not the
tannins, the
it's the
histamine.
histamines that
Thank
come
you.
from red wine.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you. So yes, I usually have to take a Benadryl when I drink those because I just scratch myself silly.
Ugh, the worst.
But I am a fan. I am a fan of the Rieslings. And I, as of late, have drank some red wines just because of Kristen, and it's usually is the red wine that you enjoy drinking the most.
Typically, I like red blends, but I also like a good Cabernet Sauvignon
Yes,
because I like bigger, bolder flavors.
I do too.
Drier wines. My favorite white wine, hands down, is a Chardonnay. I want it to be oaky and buttery at the same time.
There you go. There you go. Great. But anyway, another great event there over at Wine Bar George. And once again, get on the mailing list so you can be notified the moment they post brand new events.
Yes.
So who's going to be taking this next one?
Cat.
Yeah.
Me. Do you want
Can
to
you
do
do
the
it?
do you want to do the
It's a time for a travel deal. Did I
well,
totally?
4 stories, 2 first, 2 last.
Oh yeah. Yes. Well,
You don't have to,
I
though.
would. No. I think we should move on because I need to actually pull up the travel deal. I mistakenly closed that window. So why
Oops.
don't you move on to the next one and then we can do the
Okay.
travel deal next. I'm
We'll
sorry.
see the travel deal and then we'll end with a non-Disney story.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Well, the Polynesian Village Resort new Disney Vacation Club rooms in the Island Tower will be opening December 17th, 2024. And along with it will be a new restaurant. They feature some concept art at D23, and it looks like very island themed, lots of great views, but it will be called Wailulu Bar and Grill. It will be a casual walk-up pool bar and grill with an all-day menu for lunch and dinner, and in the morning, specialty coffees and pastries on the go for breakfast. We will see more in the future. We don't have a full menu yet, but I don't want to even think about this, but December is just a few months away.
I know, right?
Send help.
This restaurant looks beautiful, by the way.
Yes, absolutely.
I love the outdoor seating that they show for this.
It's so beautiful. And like, there's going to be great views of the Seven Seas Lagoon and fireworks. And I mean, it's going to be amazing. I'm super jealous. I did get to tour one of the like model rooms for DVC.
And
It's going to be really nice. Like, I do think that the new rooms are kind of cookie cutter, like this style room and this style of room that's going in at the new Grand Floridian room remodels are like virtually the same with like a different color palette. But it's very like modern and clean and
Yes,
hardwood floor, no carpets, which I love. I hate carpets, so
yeah, it's
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
especially when you have a high traffic area like these restaurants.
yeah.
I feel like lately Disney has been in its rooms lessening the theming.
Huh. Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying.
They're a little more of your typical like hotel resort kind of thing.
They're not inspiring.
It's not as, I'm trying to think of the right word that I'm looking for.
It looks like a
I
hotel.
totally get it. It's more like homogenized. But honestly, like the rooms at the Riviera are gorgeous, and they still have that like Italian-y feel to them, with like the way that the couches are upholstered and the fixtures and the granite countertop or whatever, so you can like kind of still get the feel. And these, I don't know if it's because of where they are, they're trying to get as many people in and out of there as possible because they're on that loop.
Yeah.
But like, I felt like these rooms don't have as many amenities. They don't have as many. There's not as much space. Definitely.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I mean, the resort with the largest space for rooms is the first one, Old Key West. So
Yeah. And
if that's your home
That's
resort,
my home resort.
Like you have the largest room of any of the DVC resorts.
I think a lot of this new this type of style is just trying to be more modern, not necessarily. I think that's just the design choice of the day. And Kat, being a designer yourself, you may share that opinion. I feel that there's a lot of these kind of more open concept, natural earth tone shades kind of thing that they're kind of doing within the resorts, which is a very contemporary thing of this era that a lot of new hotels are doing. And I guess they're just following a trend, and hopefully this trend for them is going to have a shelf life of 10 years before they have to remodel it again.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, right? When you're thinking about these high traffic resorts, the first thing that I think of is loss. So like if they have to continuously replace sink fixtures, but the sink fixtures are super specialty shaped like Aladdin's lamp or whatever, they have to have them specially made. It's going to cost more than having to call Kohler and say, can you send me 17 more of those faucets we like? Which is fine. Like, it's fine. You get what you pay for, but.
And that's the thing is what Disney charges. I feel like they need to go that extra bit.
Yeah.
Because otherwise there's Marriott's down the road.
Yeah.
There is an expectation, I think, too, from guests to have a more heavily themed resort to a degree, right? To a degree. So, and I say that because, the deluxe resorts tend to maybe not be so cartoony, and I only say that in comparison to like a Pop Century or Art of Animation resort, where it's very whimsical and these things are built to last, in terms of like their kind of cartoon structures and things of that nature. It's just a different vibe, that I get. And I think too, maybe the perception of the resorts to being a more luxury resort and trying to match what people's expectations might be come into play. But I don't know. It's a fine line that Disney has to kind of maintain when it comes to guest expectations, because every guest has, you know, if I'm paying for a luxury resort, then it needs to be like the Four Seasons, or if I pay for a luxury resort on Disney property, there's got to be more Disney theming or character IP integrated into that. So it's a fine line to where it's not going to be garish like Pop Century. You're not paying a premium for Pop Century theming. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a fan. Gang, before we move into our last story, I wanted us to at least talk about awesome travel deals. And you know, fall is here. Holidays are right around the corner. Can you believe it? Where has the time gone? And
I'm not ready for it.
I'm not. I'm loving this almost sweater weather here over the past
It is
24
not
hours.
sweater weather.
I said almost sweater weather.
81 degrees.
At night it gets cool.
Okay.
I'm okay with it. I don't know how long this cold is going to last. And
well, we're supposed to be back into the mid 90s,
okay,
in the next couple of days.
So much for that. But you too can save on your resorts stays over at the Disney Resort hotels this fall and holiday season. Kristen, tell them how.
For most nights, November 24th through December 25th, you can save up to 30% on rooms. However, if you choose to go October 6th through November 21st, you can still enjoy savings. Won't be as much, but that's going to be for most days, Sunday to Thursday nights. And if you decide to add park tickets, which if you're doing more than hanging out at your resort, you are going to need those park tickets. If you do 4 days or longer, we'll get the park hopper option for free. That's right. Get your resort, your tickets, and the park hopper option is free.
Love it. How can people take advantage of this deal and have them go on this killer Disney vacation?
They can contact me at themeparksandcruises@gmail.com.
All right. So, speaking of travel, etc.,
And resorts,
you still have more details regarding the other park.
yes. So Universal released today as we were recording this, which is going to be, it's going to be a few days before you hear this, but they have revealed the details for Universal Helios Grand Hotel. And if you have not seen images of this, it is absolutely beautiful. It has a very European style to it. The backdrop of it, Celestial Park. So it's got beautiful water, all that kind of stuff in front of it. However, this is the cool thing about this resort. It is the first attached hotel to Universal Theme Park.
Whoa.
It says, it's definitely going to be one of our most immersive hotels with the park views and its own dedicated entrance directly into the theme park, said David Bartek, Senior Vice President of Operations for Loews Hotels at Universal Orlando.
Nice.
So the creative teams worked closely together to develop the process of coming up with this hotel's color palette to align with the land. Of course, this is very much tied in with Epic Universe, which will be opening in the not too distant future. You will see touches of gold in this resort. Center tower of the Kronos Gate at the theme park's entrance. So that's the gold tie-in there.
It's pretty.
It is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
It has to do with the Greek god of sun. I mean, I love the pictures of this. It just looks
It
they
looks clean. I love it.
it looks clean, but it's not like your
Antiseptic. Yeah.
typical standard resort. Like this picture that they're showing in the center of the resort with these huge white columns. You know, it had like very celestial, you know?
Well, yes.
Which makes sense. I mean, makes sense. The rooms, it says there's going to be 500 rooms, 35 suites. The majority of the rooms will have 2 queen beds. The suites will include a king suite, hospitality suites, presidential suites, and more. They're going for sophistication and comfort at the same time of like having that nod to the god of sun. The rooms that they show remind me very much of Monet. It's got blue, the headboard or the backing behind 2 queen beds just makes me think Monet when I look at it. It's beautiful. Beds are that like bright white crisp with just like a pop of blue with the pillows. Flooring is blue. One of the cool things is if your kids are into How to Train Your Dragon, they have kid suites that are themed to that, and they look really cool.
Which our kids are so about How to Train Your Dragon.
It says there will be a bedroom and a living room area that will look like a typical suite, but the double twin room with the kids' bed has behind a rustic wooden door. Inside, there will be graphic with Toothless and Light Fury. And it's going to be like sleeping in a dragon's house.
Nice.
It says all guest rooms will have tablets for the guests to digitally control elements of the room, like the drapes, lights, thermostat, and room service. So that's cool. Let's see, dining. It's going to be very authentic, fresh dishes that are Mediterranean inspired. It says the dining experience will play right into the theme park. And there's no better place to watch the fountain show than their rooftop bar. So it's going to be a rooftop bar called Bar Helios. It's going to have sliders, salads, lamb and chicken, gyros, tapas, and antipasti. They're going to have sunny type cocktails like spritzes, bellinis, martinis, and negronis, as well as your typical cocktails, beers, and wines. Flora Taverna is going to be a 3-meal restaurant with high quality fresh ingredients, heavily leaning into grilling, simple flavors and ingredients, olive oil, citrus, herbs, emphasizing Greek and Italian styles of cooking. So fish, seafood, lamb, roast chicken, and steak. And Lotus Lagoon will be their pool bar featuring burgers, salads, as well as poolside cocktails, bar, and beer and wine. And last but not least will be Aurora Market, a grab-and-go station. So this stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to stay here. It just looks beautiful. It sounds amazing. The pool that goes around this is super cool. It's a
Nice.
very large, like weird shaped pool.
Well, that's great. Another first for the Universal Resort, and congratulations. I'm looking forward to seeing this. When does it open again, Kristen?
I don't remember.
I literally just shut my window down.
Epic Universe opens in 2025, but I don't think there's a set date yet.
Okay. Well,
yeah, I
there
don't.
you
I
go.
don't see a date for the hotel.
Well, there you go. We'll keep you posted on when it opens. But yeah, sometime next year. Epic Universe looks to be super epic. And once
I
again,
think this is their 11th hotel.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
I mean, they, in a very short amount of time, have had a insane resort boom. I remember when it was just Portofino Bay, Hard Rock Hotel, and I'm drawing a blank on the other one. Oh my gosh. I know this.
Oh, there
Isn't
you
it
go.
just a Lowe's?
It is another Lowe's hotel, but I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. For some reason, the other resorts are popping into my head, not the one I mean.
Well, very good. Awesome.
Yes.
Well, gang,
So,
yeah. I'm looking forward to that. It looks like we're about ready to call it a day, shall we?
shall we? Yes, we shall.
Might as well.
Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show. And if you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share, and give us those 5-star reviews. As we mentioned, we are now on YouTube, so doing that is really, really going to help those algorithms and make us happy. And tell everyone where they can find us.
Well, we're all over the social media, so go ahead and follow us there. Facebook is some Instagram. Do that too. Have fun there. Also, go to check out our show archive at diningatdisney.com. Great articles, definitely a lot of fun with the archive podcast. As Kristen mentioned, we're also on YouTube. Please seek us out, Dining at Disney Podcast. I mentioned Facebook. I neglected to say once again, facebook.com/Dining at Disney Podcast. All right. Make sure you put that podcast on the end and check out and like our brand new page. Thanks to our friends at the Disney Dorks. Great people discussing food and all facets of the Disney parks. They're at Disney Dorks on Facebook. And of course, our friends at Sorcerer Radio at srsounds.com. They are the #1 Disney fan-run station streaming all the Disney music from the theme parks all day at srsounds.com. Also download their apps to take the fun with you. You can also check out their Facebook group, which we're a part of as well, Sorcerer Radio Disney Fun Zone on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram at AlJohnGo. You can also check out my other podcast that I host with former Disney creative and award-winning author Dave Bossert. It's called Skull Rock Podcast, a show about all things Disney and pop culture. Kat?
You can find me on Instagram at catastrophe at CAT_ASTROPHE. And you can listen to my podcast, Eat the Pictures, wherever you get podcasts. If you want to support the show, and we hope you do, consider donating on whatever platform you listen to or watch us on. You can also shop our links: Amazon, Disney Store, Kingdom Strollers, and Garden Grocer. They can be found on diningatdisney.com or below in the show notes. Until next time, I've been Kat. That's been Kristen and Aljon. Bon appetit.
The information and opinions expressed in this podcast are for entertainment and informational purposes. All other trademarks mentioned are the property of their respective owners.